the certification of ethical hacking, where we talk about the CEH V12, right? We understand what is cybersecurity all about, what type of hacker you will become. Hacker means, why will you become a white hat hacker? Will you become a black hat hacker? Will you become a gray hat hacker? And what are the terms and terminologies which are being used in the cybersecurity industries? Like, what is a payload? What is a vulnerability? There's nothing a term called as hacked, right? We say it is, exploited. So those technical terms will be understanding. And then we'll come to some serious business of understanding how to perform, system hacking. So for this, again, we will be going for a tool which is known as Kali Linux. Okay, so Kali Linux is again a tool which is used by cybersecurity analyst for performing their task. Like when you want to really perform system hacking, networkings, and everything, you take help of Kali Linux, because Kali Linux comes with all tools. So see, there is nothing very like from people who are want to learn from very basics. So there's something where you have to understand that it's not like you have to do some coding and all those things, but you just need to learn how to use certain tools. Okay, so I will show you certain examples, but you'll be understanding how to use the tool, how we have to, what are the things we have to look for once we execute certain tools, certain scripts, what are the things to look for, and how to report that particular vulnerability. Okay, so we'll be learning this from basics. So for the people who have less knowledge or no knowledge in Linux, we'll learn together. There are some labs which we will solve together, which will give you the basics about how to use Kali Linux as well. Okay, again, Kali Linux setup and everything, that way will be helping you out with this. So from the very scratch, like from a day one, as if you're like from a new day when you're a new student, we'll do everything together. We'll do the setups, we'll do these theoretical parts, practical parts, everything together. Now, coming to this, so we'll be learning about system hacking. So in the system hacking, we'll be understanding about how a system gets compromised, how an attack has to be done, what are the things you have to use for use in it, what are the tools you have to use, like Nmap tools or any other XYZ tools, how you use, how you look for the things, and then how you try to exploit it. Okay, so in the system hacking, we'll learn system hacking of Windows 10. We'll understand how a vulnerability can be actually exploited. Okay, and that everything is done practically. Okay, then social engineering. So how a social engineering attack is performed? Like I create a, a fake Facebook page for you, and how we host it on a HTTPS URL, and whenever it is being sent to the victim, the data gets compromised. Okay, then we'll understand about Wi-Fi hacking. So again, from the Wi-Fi hacking point of view, every organization wants their infrastructure to be secured, right? Suppose there's an hospital and they want their infrastructure to be secured, and they want to check if the Wi-Fi is working in mint condition, or the Wi-Fi is not vulnerable to any kind of loopholes. So in this case, how do we actually perform the Wi-Fi hacking? How do we capture the packets, right? How do we capture the packet? In the sense, it's just a very simple example that once you connect to a Wi-Fi, you never go back and type in the password, right? Your home Wi-Fi, you connect to it and you go out. When you come back home, it gets auto connected, which means the signal which your mobile is sending to the Wi-Fi router has the password over there, right? Now, Wi-Fi hacking is where you capture that packet, you crack the password. So quite an interesting one. Okay, the concepts are very simple. Okay, the concepts are very simple to understand. It's just that we will learn together how to think, but in that process to break out the things. Okay, then the major one will understand the web application pen testing, or very famously known as web application penetration testing. Okay, so in this we will understand the ethics about how an industry works when it comes to a pen testing. or when it comes to a process of understanding the vulnerability assessment and pen testing, how an industry actually works. Okay, so okay, so again, for web application pen testing, so what are the things we do over here? Okay, so see, be it Apple, be it Google, or be it any organization, any organization, they all follow the ethics of, you know, some standards to test an application. Okay, so I test an application like globally. I do an application testing which is situated in US, maybe in Hong Kong, maybe in Singapore, okay, be it any Gulf region as well. So everyone follows a same interest. Okay, so these standards of what the you know, pen testing of web application is just done is under OWSP top 10. Okay, so you don't have to worry much about it. This is everything which will come from scratch. So when an application is handed over to you, what the person has to do. For example, Rida gets one application of you know, twitter.com. Now, once Rida gets twitter.com in her hand to test, what she has to do from beginning till ending. Okay. Now the client would, you know, specifically want the reports in particularly 5 days, 10 days, or, you know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 4 weeks of time. So how you have to shape your testing in order to cover all the things is really very important. So that we will learn over here. We will learn from the, you know, different stages of hacking, where you understand, first of all, is you understand the you know, information gathering, how you gather the information, how you gather the information about the target. Okay, suppose I want to crack Rida's password, so I'll need to have some information about her, right? Her full name, her date of birth, uh, probably the pin code where she lives, parents names, all those things, so I can create some customized you know, passwords. So that is information gathering. So you always need to gather information about the target, be it network, be it web application. Okay, then how you perform the scanning phase. Okay, so in the scanning phase, we will learn about some of the industry best tools. Okay, so there is a tool which is called as NACES. Okay, this tool is widely used in industries for the, you know, vulnerability assessment. And this tool, license itself, I think, is costing around $3,700 or $4,000 is as a license. And this shows how important this tool is. So we'll be learning from scratch how to use this tool without spending anything on the NACES part. Okay, we'll understand how to scan it, how to generate a report out of it, and also how to analyze the report. Okay, so the work is not just, you know, you scan and you share and you get the you just share it to the client. No, we actually have to analyze it. So, okay, so this is what we will be learning. So we'll be learning a lot of things over here, from the basics about, you know, how to give a severity. Okay, so if anyone is from you know, uh, manual pen testing or automation one, they will definitely know what the severity is all about, right? Any bug, what is, how severe that bug is. So similarly in cybersecurity also it is there. So we have to understand. So we will learn everything from here. Okay, how you will analyze the severity, how you will calculate the score for it. Okay, then the next part, again, the third part, if I say, we will be learning about hacking. So in the hacking part, again, we will learn about system, mobile, Android. Okay, we'll be also understanding about Wi-Fi hacking as well. Okay, these are the parts which we will do. So in the web part, we will be understanding about the penetrating and finding out the sensitive informations. Okay, once the hacking part is done, we'll go for you know, post hacking or post penetration. So in the post hacking, what we do is we try to understand that suppose I am taking access of Rida's you know, system. Okay, now it won't make sense if I just have the access for 5 or 10 minutes and then the connection is lost. So in this case, what will happen? I might not be able to get all the data. So the connection, when I am able to make the connection as long as I want, that is post hacking. Okay, post exploitation basically. Okay, so I'm writing the word hacking because this term is very familiar. Support post exploitation. So this is maintaining the maintaining the access of the system. This is one thing. Okay, then the next part is, removing tracks. So in the removing tracks, what we do is once the systems and everything is done, how, you can remove the evidence that you were there. Okay, so this is from a defensive point of view in order to understand that if something is something has gone wrong, how can you detect that it actually happened over there? Okay, so this is one thing. Okay, so in the certification part, we'll go for the EC Council CEH V12 certification, and that certification is actually recognized in 150 plus countries. So this certification will give you a bigger edge, because what the client or what the organization look for is they look for some ethical hackers who have the certifications, because they, using your certifications, they can get some good clients, right? So when the client will say, okay, who is the person who's going to test my application, let me know. So this certification will, is what helps us in securing the business. So definitely this certification brings a good value to us as well and gets a better pay scale. Okay, you will get a better pay scale for this. So this is very simple. We'll study everything from scratch. We'll understand everything from practical plus theoretical. Okay, and then we will also be, helping you out with questions. So we'll do some practice questions, sessions where we will, go through some of the 500 top questions of, we will learn together. We'll understand